Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Yesterday's daily was, not very exciting, the whole scheme of things, but you got to watch a young man slowly lose his mind. Something, I'm not a young man anymore, pivot that into a joke about him being Soldier 69, and it's actually an old version of Josh, and wrap it up for the punchline. Okay, today's daily, we are Isaac, we're going to Shoal, which means we're going to go to the Delirium fight. Top score, 59,000. 30th place, 46,000. So those give you the bounds for the upper floors. Upper floors? For the top 30. The front page, there you go. Upper floors is not how you describe that. Yesterday became 198th with a 2.48% overall finish. Not bad, actually. Considering that we... Did we die on... We did die against Delirium, is that correct? I can't remember. Anyway... Now that run went all the way. I'm now wistfully thinking back. Yesterday, with all my troubles didn't seem so far away yesterday. If anything, I'm hoping that we're moving past whatever, mercurial troubles might exist in that song. It came out in like 1960. You didn't see that. Let's go. All right, good start here so far. A minute and 17 seconds. We've almost opened the game. It is not a curse of the blind on the first floor, and it's not a curse of the labyrinth, so we can just go straight to that boss fight if we want to. We can also re-roll that, but the leech is pretty good. I'm hoping, obviously you just take that, but I'm hoping we get a little bit of a bounce back daily, like a daily that's actually very, very strong, or at least decently strong as a result of the fact that yesterday's, it was really that experimental treatment that cost us. I remember that vividly. Go from like a 10 rate of fire, which is average, maybe even slightly below average, depending on what point of the game you're at, to a 15 rate of fire without your actual damage stat changing that much. That's gonna be a problem. So we did find ourselves a little. Oh, we didn't get to the Hush fight. That was the great failure on yesterday's run. Now I remember. Okay. You know what, Heart? Don't flatter yourself by moving away from me. I don't need you. Sure, I lost a heart on this floor. At first I was afraid, I was petrified, thinking how am I going to live without you by my side, but then I spent so many nights wondering how you did me wrong. And I grew strong. Okay, stem cells. It is, apparently, I'm learning new things every day thanks to the stat screen. Shot speed up, thanks to stem cells. Technically makes it better than breakfast or dinner, whichever one of the HP upgrades that actually was. Whichever one of the HP upgrades that actually were. I don't know how deep we want to go on that play right now. We should let Leech do as much of the damage as possible to weak enemies. Because it gives... Oh, almost walked right in. No! Got hit by one of the random bullets. That's alright. I smell a recovery in our future. We'll go back here. We got plenty of time. Don't despair yet. This is still far from being over or even really that bad. Although losing 64% chance of getting a deal with the devil on this floor is kind of garbage. Just hoping to get like anything. Okay, I mean, it's not really what I meant, but that's fine. Alright, 5 cents. That's good. We'll stay there for now. That's a bummer. I should have shot the fires. I mean, we shouldn't have been hit on that rune to begin with, but if I'd shot the fire, it would have given me slightly more real estate, with which to dodge around / through. Might have found ourselves in a slightly safer position. We're hoping for rooms with more flies. Ooh, that was really good. A range upgrade is largely meaningless, but I gotta think about what we're gonna do with our key here if we don't get any more keys. So, Leech, you eat them. Get me back to full HP so I can go back to that blood bag. Okay, now we have 2 keys and we can do whatever we want. In here, you could probably make a case for Battery Baby. Even if we end up not... Left a penny behind here. Even if we end up not going with the D6, maybe even especially if we end up not going with the D6, we can make something work there. And I can't remember if Battery Baby gives us an instant charge or not. Because if it gives us an instant charge, I might want to re-roll Sworn Protector. It's good, but it's not good enough to get particularly, thrilled about its existence. So Go down to 2 HP as usual. Just leave ourselves with enough of a buffer. On other runs, I'd probably go a little bit deeper than that, but I'm going to choose to... I don't know why I did that to the tune of Take On Me by Aha. Aha? Aha? How do you say that? Either way. It's like, I don't know why I chose to go that low. I don't know why I chose to go that low. Look, I'm not a great singer. I acknowledge this in a big way. Dude, Leech is crushing it right now. Thank you so much. We got no problems, except for the whole deal with the devil thing, but that's okay. It's actually charged, baby. NL is not battery, baby. Common misconception. Okay, valid. I should know that at this point. Look at that. That is enough money to keep me in the money, honey, if you got the time. Because this seems like it's going to be a longer daily than, well, you know, at least those ones in which it goes to mom's foot, and then I make a mistake and don't actually get to, you know, pick it up and get the seam to get beyond there. I'm going to play the blood bank just a little bit more here because we can, and, you know, we can use the money to maybe supplement our low consumable gain here. Not really. Actually, I'm just going to give the money to Bumbo. I wish he wouldn't eat lucky pennies, because now I'm just like, yep, there we go. 7 luck upgrades thrown away. Which is probably not even close to valid, but that's, you know, the way my brain's working right now. That's what I want. More of these. Because I want, if we can get Bumbo, like, max leveled super quickly, or at least, like, a high leveled super quickly, that puts us in a pretty good spot. Now, he's gonna, oh, that was not what I should have done there, but he's gonna start spitting out, bombs, I think, so we gotta be careful. Dude, the Leech is saving my life and times right now. Okay, these are for you, Bumbo. Bumbo probably was not the right call. Like, I might have been better off just sticking with, please don't blow these guys up right now. I might have been better off just sticking with, is that max level? I think this is a max level Bumbo now. I might have been better off just sticking with, the Fly, but if we can get a max level Bumbo that starts to chew up bosses, it should pay for itself pretty quickly, so that's what I'm hoping for here. We don't need to buy anything else. Maybe I'll get the card just to see how it goes, and the Chariot admittedly has some good stuff going along with it, not to mention we're still ahead of schedule here, but I'm concerned about the fact that we're ahead of schedule here, so Bumbo should just absolutely tear this guy up. Didn't get a deal with the devil. Fair, honestly, didn't deserve a deal with the devil, I think it's fair to suggest. We got a Vert Pill, which gives us a second range upgrade. I'm going to head down, and I'm going to keep the Chariot card. Am I happy with the reroll of Little Steven into Polydactyl? Why not? You know, it's deep pockets, and generally speaking, I think the runes are probably more valuable, or like runes and cards are probably more valuable on a run like this, especially when, like, you know, if we want to fight Delirium, we're going to need, like, double alges or something like that, so we're gonna need some help, is what I'm getting at. I mean, it's nice for the battery. I mean, we could Chariot into getting a bomb and a key here. Don't really want to do that. I'm almost wondering if, like, if you're... This isn't like your bachelor's thesis in Isaac, but this could be like your PhD thesis in Isaac. On a run like this, do you think it's sensible to try to respawn... Hear me out here, because it's going to be a little bit of a leap. To try to respawn into the Lost via missing poster, so that you can't conceivably have a damage penalty that goes up beyond what it is right now. You know what I mean? You might be saying no, and I think that's a failure of my explanation. If we become the Lost, we get Holy Mantle. If we get Holy Mantle, that means the only damage penalty we can take is when we actually die. So if we manage to win the run, it will negate any damage that we took that Holy Mantle managed to block. So again, it's one of those things, probably a little bit cute, but not necessarily sound. But I don't know. We'll bring it up and then ask smarter people to empirically analyze it, and then never talk about it again. That tends to be the way these things go, so that's perfect. Now this floor is a big deal. We still have the opportunity to get a deal with the devil. We need to do what we didn't do on the last floor, which is avoid taking red heart damage before we manage to get a spirit heart. Spirit hearts have not been easy to come by thus far. Freaking cornflies, man. Got me freaking out here. Help. They should give me a key on this floor. I mean, it's only right that they give us a key, you know? I'm doing my part. Not taking too much stupid damage. Only been hit once. Played the blood bank a lot. Didn't get any plays, or didn't get any payoffs out of that, I should say. Payoffs! There's our spirit heart. Okay, now I'm no longer sad. But I think I'm kind of almost being shoehorned here into this situation where I have to use the chariot card to get a key and a bomb, and then we'd use the key to go to the item room. We got another key, okay. We might as well go to the item room first. Now I can save the chariot card. There might be an off chance we can get another. I think you just take it. It's not much damage, but it's some, and it's kind of like beggars can't be choosers right now. We can save our chariot card, hopefully use it on the next floor to pick up a sound deal with the devil, but we'll see. Really, like, we're crushing these bosses, and that's a result of the fact that we played enough of that blood bank to make Bumbo pop. So I'm happy about that, but... Oh, did we do the thing I hate? We don't want that, and we probably don't want HP either. I'm just gonna go back and try to re-roll it into some form of DPS, or as our utility item as well would be fine. But did we do the thing I hate, which is where I accidentally, like, Mr. Magoo myself into having the best possible daily that you can conceive of? Okay, yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for. Let's head down. And what I mean by that is simply we skipped the deal with the devil because we were bad and got hit, and then we got brimstone. So I'm thinking we're actually extremely well equipped, and this is not where I expected to be. Now again, it's always possible, and by always possible I mean it's either possible or impossible, but I don't know the answer because I'm not living a double life like Gwyneth Paltrow in Sliding Doors here. I think we got super lucky there that that we did not get hit by the bomb, but take the pill. Hematemesis. Basically irrelevant. It gave us exactly as much as it took. But it's entirely possible that everybody who got the second floor deal with the devil also would have gotten the third one. Maybe the goat head was on there. Maybe you just, you know, it's preordained basically whether or not you will get that deal with the devil. The chance of getting it on the stat screen indicates the chance, like, statically, if that makes sense. It's not like it's a real-time 33.75% roll right now, for example. It means that, like, when it rolled, there was a 33.75% chance, but everybody doing the seed has the same chance applied to them, I believe, at least, on dailies. Anyway, where is this riveting mathematical analysis leading? I don't know, okay, to give you the honest answer to that question. However, all I'm getting at right now is that I'm pleased with where we're at, and we might have cheated the system. Crybaby's really good, but am I really gonna take a bunch of items that are like... They're, like, I'm taking a lot of B's, is what I'm getting at here. And it's not like the meme where you take the letter B emoji and you put it in words that don't actually have a B in them. I just, like... I'm getting very kids these days, but I don't understand the deep fried memes. I see them. There was that one that was like, "Hey, I'd like some food, please," and then the guy said, "There's no food," and he said, "Understandable. Have a good day," and he drove off. I mean, it's like it's an anti-humor thing, but I don't understand it. Back in my day, we were talking about, you know, who's on first, no soap radio and stuff like that. And now kids these days with their avant-garde comedy and their comedy bang bangs and the, you know, talking tangs, I don't know what I don't know what the punchline is. I feel like I'm the one getting punched. Okay. Belly button. That's 2 trinkets. I mean, obviously we're going for the guppy dream. Okay, maybe, like, don't get hit again. Good walk there. I have to be honest. Good walk. I think we're just going to take this. Having 2 trinkets is actually really, really nice. Even if neither of them are that useful right now. And then, of course, we're stoked that we got Sin Robes, because now our damage has come up a little bit. And we will pay to go into the curse room. We'll pay our own HP to go into the curse room. I'm fine with that. Oh, hello. The game perhaps has crashed? No, it's back, baby! Okay. Sometimes that happens. You know how dogs is and all that. Just my cheat engine interfacing with it, don't worry. So what are we going to do with Black Rune? Usually, I mean, especially with Brimstone, we've already got great stats. Or, sorry, we benefit from having great stats. We've already got all the kind of items we need. If we can just improve our damage and rate of fire, we're, like, set. I was hoping that'd be... that would be bombs or key. Sadly was not, so actually we're kind of like, we're out. Can't open anything else. And our score is like below where it should be. I've taken a little bit more damage than I'm pleased to admit. Especially walking on the spikes was just idiotic. But save our bomb. Head down to the next floor. Basically on schedule. Reward yourself with a little caffeine here. We are biological machines. A little bit of that hopefully dials me in a little bit here. Because I think I shouldn't let it slip by me that we have gotten extremely lucky over the course of this run so far. To not be punished, and in fact, potentially to be rewarded for missing that second floor deal with the devil. I mean, I've railed on that in the past. This is just like in the first X-Men movie where there's that one senator, and he's being like a real, you know, dick to everybody. We don't need AWAS. AWAS actually doesn't do anything for us. Okay, I mean, that's what I wanted to see, is like a black market, basically. And it is a black market. See, now the X-Men analogy is going to have to wait for a second here. Honestly, dude, you chose, like, the worst possible battlefield there. So we actually just don't need Deep Pockets. Deep Pockets is actually, it just does nothing for us. Because we already have Polydactyl. They're redundant, if you have the other. We'll take the HP, and then we're going to probably use the Chariot card here, but we're going to first go down to 1/2 Red Heart. Chariot card could be more valuable. Then we get Gimpy out of it. Dang, dude. Okay, and then, I think I only want one of these, but I want BFF. Deep Pockets doesn't do anything for us, and Black Rune doesn't either. Car battery, starter deck, you know, none of these really pop off. We already have, again, it's kind of like a redundant situation. We already have what we need from these. So we'll just move on here. Deep Pockets, Gimpy, really good pickups. Really, really good pickups. Just need to make sure that we're moving at a reasonable clip here. BFF is going to be exceptional for us. I was thinking, like, having a max level Bumbo is something I don't think I've ever had, especially with BFF, for the Delirium fight. And then combine that with the fact that our range is excellent, I feel like we're very well equipped to handle a Hush fight and a Delirium fight. Now, the real question here that you should be asking yourself if you're not already is, why is this moron holding the Chariot card instead of holding the Emperor card that could actually grant him access to the thing that enables him to get all the points later in the game? And the simple answer to that question is because I'm... if you ask me how I know, I'm going to have to plead the fifth. That's what Will Smith said in the song Miami, the theme song for the city Miami, and I'm going to continue to get all my legal advice from that. No, that's mine. He got it. But, hey, he ate a nickel, and he spit out a lucky penny. That's not a bad trade, all things considered. We do want to go to our shop and our item room, which is why I'm skirting around here and trying to go a little faster. But yeah, that's the reason is because I think we should be able to make boss rush regardless. And that's probably a bad reason to chance it, but it's what I'm gonna do. I don't believe that a Mimic can have red chest items in it. But admittedly, I very rarely do anything with these Mimics here, so I wouldn't necessarily know. Okay, so we're gonna, like, Diplopia. And it's a pretty cheap set of consumables, along with the fanny pack. And then we're gonna reroll. And there's blank card Black Rune, of course, and, you know, that's interesting, but I'm just gonna stay away from that for now, because I don't have time to think about it. Blank card Black Rune is great. Actually great. You know what? Where's our battery charge? It's one room away. We gotta go just the slightest bit faster. I would kill for a speed upgrade, but you have to reroll data miner. It's just gotta be done. And that's not even worth placing the bomb and waiting for it. So, I'm just going to get down here to the boss fight. Hopefully we can leave this floor before like 17 minutes and 30 seconds. And we'll feel better about our chances of making boss rush. We can kill enemies easily. It's just a matter of finding the room. Alright. We can also invalidate all of our concerns by walking back for the Emperor card. But now it's a matter of principle. So that's really, really nice. It helps our rate of... It basically just took 33% off of our tier delay, which doesn't sound that amazing, but trust me. As an adult, you get excited about percentages like that. You ever wonder why that Geico commercial took off? You know, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on your car insurance. That's not a paid spot. I don't even think we have Geico in Canada. It's because 15% is a lot, you know? I live in British Columbia, Canada. We have one... Well, we have like a weird... this is a strange room, by the way. We have like a weird pseudo-monopoly. It's like the government provides auto insurance. You're free to buy auto insurance from whatever provider you want, but that provider has to buy it from the government. So, you know, it's like you can't really shop around. Maybe it's a good thing because it ensures a certain level of service, but at the same time, you're like, well, I can either buy it directly from the government, or I could... I'll take it to Tears upgrade. So, and knockback doesn't matter. Oh my god, it's such a minor Tears upgrade, but... You're like, I could buy it directly from the government, or I could pay somebody else to buy it directly from the government for me. That doesn't seem... Neither of these seem like necessarily consumer-forward ideas. But then you say NL, but don't you have to buy your health insurance from the government? And I'm like, well, technically, I suppose that's also correct. And we get into a whole... It's a whole thing. Who knows? So I'll take Blue Map, and I'll take PhD, which gives us a perks pill, which is good, but not what we want. PhD I just like, so that all pills for the rest of the game are good, in case that's not obvious. I don't want to invalidate the fact that we have, you know, runes and cards. Wow, knockback actually works with Brimstone, which is bad. We didn't want that, but I didn't realize that you can actually apply a knockback effect to a Brimstone laser until just now. So the Hermit card does give us a way out of the boss fight, boss rush I should say, which means that we probably should take that instead of the Chariot. And we made it. The reason we take the Hermit is so that we can easily go to this boss fight right away and not feel like we're missing out on too much of the floor. If we have to go back or want to go back, we can. Great bomb, Bumbo. You almost got him. Better luck next time. Really looking for damage. Just gotta be honest with you. Really looking for damage. No Krampus, please. Is Krampus... He's gonna die in no time flat. There was actually nothing to be concerned about. Gave us Lump of Coal. I think it's a flat damage bonus, but that might have been pre-rebirth. Okay, we got the Soul. Great item. D100. Okay. I mean, yep. Parasite. Okay. I mean, I think you just take the Soul, but I'll admit... You know, when you're looking at 4 stat upgrades or possibly a D100, you're thinking to yourself, there's some good stuff going on here. Actually, you're thinking to yourself, it's gonna be a long, long time until the Zane returns to Isaac. That's not a rhyme that works within the song. Oh no, he's a Northernlion. Was anyone, I mean statistically probably, but was anyone there for that stream of Players Unknown Battlegrounds where I very ignorantly said that Elton John is the most famous singer that has the least famous songs? And then Austin was like, what about Tiny Dancer? I was like, well, of course, Tiny Dancer. He's like, okay, what about Rocket Man and Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting? And I was like, yeah. You know, you got me there. Those are big ones. What about Candle in the Wind and Candle in the Wind 1997, you know? It's like, okay, you got me on those ones. I'm beginning to see your point. You said, what about the entire Lion King soundtrack? And I said, you know what? He said, what about Crocodile Rock and Your Song? And I said, well, you know what? You've made a good point here, Austin. My original comment was from a place of ignorance. I think that's clear in hindsight. You said, what about Benny and the Jets? And then in response to that, I just said, Benny, I have some conversational regrets. I got nothing against Elton John. I actually is one of those artists where, you know, if an Elton John song comes on the radio, I'm like, sick. Elton John, this is a classic. For some reason, I just blanked on the fact that he's like one of the most prolific artists of the last 40 years. And you know what? That's why I bring it up here. You know, if you can't handle me in my Durst, you don't deserve me in my Frest. Now, this is normally the part where the run starts to drag a little bit, and then I go, well, the run's good, but it's not that good. But I'm going to mix it up today. I'm going to say the run's great, but it's not that great. The real problem right now is the lack of capital D damage, which is to say that our rate of fire is actually very good for having Brimstone, but we're pretty light in the, oh, where are you? Oh, there you are. We're pretty light in the damage category. BFF, along with max level Bumbos, helping that out. Brimstone with Lump of Coal, I think, is helping it out, but I'm not totally sure, to be honest with you. And we got plenty of opportunities to make it work here. Now, are we going to hit 50,000? Or even in the 40s on today's run? I actually think the 40s are conceivable. I think we have maybe an outside shot, but a shot nonetheless at like a top 50 rank today. And I say that because we're a little bit under our points, like where we'd expect to be points-wise. Maybe we're about where we'd expect to be points-wise. But we're on the up and up. Like, the derivative of our points has gone way up. The rate of change is positive for us right now. I think you have to reroll Tractor Beam. Oh, okay, smart reroll. We will move along now. Yeah, we will move along now. You might be saying, but you have this Hermit card, but that's not the right play. We need to make Hush. Which is my way of saying, everybody shut up. We need to make Hush. Everybody quiet. We need to make Hush. So the last, the crown jewel of a very successful run that doesn't have a whole lot of damage associated with it. Although now our damage is actually 9, which with Brimstone, it might as well be 900. But, to continue with, like, my earlier... That's an I Can See Forever pill. Anyway, what I was going to say is Guppy, and there it is. So, we're just going to go full permanent Polaroid invincibility, and then re-roll it at our earliest convenience. I don't know, I mean, it's not a tough call, but it's like, would I rather have the Chariot or another I Can See Forever pill? Well, they both have, like, genuine reasons to be excited about them. The Chariot is a little bit more of, like, a forward-facing item. Like, that's something that benefits us a great deal when it comes to either the Hush fight or... might as well, at this point. Either the Hush fight or the Delirium fight. And I will do the Delirium fight, especially now with our damage popping off. And I'll do you one better. I'll do the Delirium fight, and I'll do it without being self-righteous about the fact that I'm doing it, which would be, a first for the first time ever. We're just going to keep re-rolling the D7. There's plenty of battery charges in here, but we might as well wait until we have a full charge to take advantage of them, and we'll be happy campers as a result. And I think it's almost inconceivable that we don't make Boss Rush, or that we don't make the Hush fight at this point. Unless we get a little mired in stuff that doesn't matter, like, let's go play the Blood Bank 20,000 times, which I don't think matters too much. Euthanasia also unlikely to matter that much, but I'm a sucker for Spun. I'll take anything that gives me a beat on Spun in, like, any situation. Also, I think that it works with Brimstone, and, like, once every 10 damage ticks, you'll get, like, a damage tick that does 10 times the amount of damage. Which is a statement that I literally believe in, although it came out with too many 10s to sound cogent from, a normal perspective. So I'm in this weird position, and I'm not complaining. It's quite the opposite. I don't know. I've never done the opposite of complaining, so I don't know if there's a word in the English language for it. I'm sending my compliments to the chef of today's run. But we don't really, in my opinion, and not in a self-hating way, but for missing that first floor deal with the devil, or second floor deal with the devil, we don't really deserve to be this stacked and yet here we are. So I don't know if we're beating the system, or if we're just in line with the system and we got caught by a safety net or something like that. But either way, I'm quite happy about it. I will take a speed upgrade that also comes with a pill that basically has to be good. Pheromones, Verp, and something's wrong. We'll just stick with Verp. We could close in on Bookworm, but I don't care. And similarly, I don't think we have the Goat Head. I talked about the Goat Head on this run, but I don't think we have it. I'd rather have 2 Spirit Hearts than even a Verp pill. So let's get the heck out of here. If we're trying to get to 40,000, it would be nice. I mean, it would be nice to have some HP or the Chariot card to go play this. But I stand by the Hierophant play. I think that's a smart thing. Our next play, like, the easiest way for us to get, like, max value out of what we've got going on right now is probably to use the Black Rune on the main room of the Blue Room. I mean, it depends. The spawn room of the Blue Room. I would say the main room is probably where you fight Hush in hindsight, but if we can use the Black Rune there on consumables that we aren't really super happy about, and maybe an item or two, nice statistical benefit. Pretty soon, I mean, the Black Rune is genuinely, like, my favorite new addition to the game. We probably want that over either of these, but yeah, we'll take it over Missing Poster. But the thing is, it's almost in, like, we've got to try, right? It's almost in credit card territory for me, which basically means, like, use it as soon as you get a chance. But the high value plays with it, like Boss Rush, are so good. Rune Bag is great. Rune Bag is genuinely amazing. I'm starting to realize that we probably passed up a chance for... I mean, we could take Continuum, which is not Continuum, but, you know, is Continuum reskinned. Oh, Holy Mantle caused us not to get hit there. But I'm going to stick with what we got, I think. No, we should take it, because Endless Nameless gives us the chance to get... where did it go? Gives us the chance to get consumables back after we use them, which is really good with Yera and Black Rune. So there's a good case to be made here. You know what? I've decided we're actually going to go faster. I was looking at like the secret room, and then I looked at the time, and I said to myself, Self, maybe you should speed this one up a little bit. But we're actually going to be completely fine. Till touchdown brings me back again to find. We don't want 2 Black Runes. Yera. Blank Rune. Blank Rune was Bracano. That's fine. Yera. Blank Rune. Blank Rune. I don't know what that one is. Doesn't matter. Yera. We're just going to stick with Yera Black Rune. I think that's exactly what we want right now. We might want 2 Yeras, but we're in the vicinity of what we want. Blank Rune. It's an Awaz Rune. Be careful. Okay, we're going to go down to the Hush fight. Yera Blank Rune. Yera Black Rune. That's where we want to be. Okay. We got a lot of moving pieces here. You know, we can hold 2 trinkets. We can hold 2 cards. That's not a lot of moving pieces. That's, you know, 4 moving pieces, but you get the idea. I don't know if we can summon... I might as well pick all this up. But I don't know if we can summon pennies. What do you got for me here? I don't know if we can summon pennies with Brimstone, so we might Black Rune or reroll this. This is basically like a doubled item room. Now in here, this strikes me as a reroll opportunity, although we might be getting closer to Beelzebub. Little Brim is takeable. We could probably force Beelzebub, but I think Little Brim is worth more. And then the stopwatch is great. And the pill has to be, I was going to say, at least good. So you probably reroll these. And you probably buy a battery charge and reroll again. Static Tears probably do nothing. Halitosis doesn't do much. I'm going to Black Rune these. Well, no, let's reroll these first. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Static Tears aren't going to do anything for us. But it might give us a cool tear effect. Let's take it. I thought it might give us a cool ring around our tears or something. It didn't. Okay, we're going to Black Rune. That gave us a pretty nice upgrade, actually. Why Black Rune that? Well, the Goat Head is actually completely irrelevant. Like, we gain nothing out of the goat head being on this run. At this point, because we're going to go straight to the delirium floor after this. So what are our odds of hitting, like 40,000? Pretty low. If I'm being straight up with you, the odds are not great. 40,000 actually is plausible, but like 46,000, which you would need to hit the front page, fairly unlikely. It might seem like this is going very slow, and you wouldn't be wrong, but we do also have maybe like 30 flies stored up. 30 flies times 2 times 10.47. You know, you can start to see the damage stack up pretty nicely there. Once they actually aggro. If they actually aggro. I think we're going to end up with a solid score today. But if you're watching this and you're like, you know, what the heck, I did this daily. First off, you're in the minority. Although there is a healthy daily community. Like, I mean, we could do the math. I came like 200th yesterday, and that was in the top 2%. So there's like 20,000 people doing these dailies every day, which is kind of amazing. It might seem like the daily community has fallen off a little bit, but 20,000 people putting in basically an hour a day, although not everybody's daily is an hour long, but let's say 20,000 people putting in like a half hour daily to do these on average every day. That's amazing. Anyway, I forgot completely like what I was gonna say. The point is, you might be watching this and going, I did this daily and I didn't get brimstone. What the heck? You know, Niccolo Breadmond. Well, sometimes to the loser go the spoils. It's really the lesson today is that you can do everything right and still get screwed on the daily sometimes. Rest assured, you know, today you, tomorrow me. It's happened to me on some occasions. You're like, oh, why did this daily suck? Oh, it turns out what you were supposed to do was skip the second floor deal with the devil. And then you get brimstone and a guppy transformation immediately. That's part of the thrill and part of the annoyance, to be honest with you. Got a Perthro rune. So we're at 35,000. I think you just have 35,000 when you go down to the next floor, too. That's not correct. We have 40,000. 46 is still probably... it doesn't really matter. 46 is probably still outside of the realm of likelihood. But I wouldn't say it's impossible now. We haven't taken damage in a long, long time. We've taken maybe like a little from curse rooms. We haven't taken a hit in a long, long time. Even like our last curse room, we had Holy Mantle for it. So, well, pop luck upgrade. I'm not stoked that I lost the key, but oh my god, he's done it. 3 luck upgrades from a single luck upgrade. That's where something like Endless Nameless comes in handy here. We don't really care about having a charge for our boss fight, I think. So how do we maximize our points? I say the same thing every time. Well, I say 2 things when we're on this floor. The first is you maximize your points by not fighting Delirium, but I'm not going to do that. And you maximize your points by not taking damage. And I'm probably not going to do that either, but for different reasons. Sack of Sacks is lovely. An easy way to eke out some extra points on this run definitely would have been to roll the blank card. And I'm not going to frame this... I mean, this could be Delirium. Algiz runes, please. The bloat. I'm not going to frame this like I'm self-righteous for not taking blank card. Blank card's a really fun item, and it probably would have provided us... We need the Algiz rune. Since we need Algiz, you might as well Perthro this. Get the Halo, but you lose invincibility. I don't think we can afford to do that. And we, like, definitely not for that. There's more battery charges out here. But, yeah, blank card would have been fun. And beyond that, it's also, like... no extras there. Doubtlessly the right choice. Especially considering we had, like, blank card Algiz as well. You know, we could have blank carded, maybe gotten a battery charge on the fight, blank carded again, and then used Algiz and been completely fine. But we're still... I mean, we're talking about very, very minor... things. Now, they could have a semi-major impact on the run, but I think we should be pretty proud of today's daily. Not because we made, you know, we're not Richard Dreyfuss. We got a bunch of mashed potatoes. We're sculpting a mountain out of them, you know? Yes, Close Encounters of the Third Kind reference. Great film. However, the reason I'm happy with today's daily is because we got great items, and we made the most of them. You know, we didn't squander it, I guess. And that's, you gotta give credit where credit is due, because things get squandered sometimes. You know, you ever see a child actor make like $1 million when you're 12 years old? It can mess you up. You get brimstone on the 3rd floor, you could start playing like an idiot. It happens. So I guess our dream is that we pop Algiz, and I'm just gonna pop it right away. And then Algiz gets popped again. Not popped again, but we get another Algiz from Endless Nameless. So that didn't work. And that's completely okay. Dude, look at the brimstone lump of coal damage. Did you see that? I mean, I've always... Well, not always. That's just a lie. I have known, or at least I've been told many times, that brimstone lump of coal does some amazing work, but to see it on a big room like this, I think, really drives the point home. Of course, the farther away we stand, the less likely we are to land our flies. Ooh. Okay, so we beat Delirium without getting hit. As far as I'm concerned, that means we're ahead of the curve here. Although it maybe cost us some time, we should still be very happy. So, essentially, the rest of the floor is just about... Maybe, like, don't pick up any items. We're already killing everything easily. Only pick up items if they give you an ability to get more points. And we may actually be able to be... You know, we can A New Hope this one. The good guys can win. Butt bombs is not what we want. HP is obviously not what we want. There's a battery charge back here? No, that's Battery Baby. He's just enormous. 46,000 is not going to happen, but we could be looking at, I would say, top 100 today. Not without question, but very, very likely we finish top 100 today. Top 50 is within reason. Again, the best way to guarantee that would just be extremely sick. Don't get hit. Oh, I think we got saved by the fact that it was a small bomb fly. Otherwise, we might have taken a hit there. So Dagaz is actually really useful because it allows us to recover from getting hit once from a consumable standpoint. We got another Dagaz, so it's even better. What are you, Yera? I don't know. I'm kind of hoping to Yera like a 2 of something, but at this point, that isn't relevant anymore, basically. Perks is also not relevant. Verp is not really relevant either. And Cricket's Head, don't waste any tears for Cricket's Head. It's a fantastic item. A, we don't need it, and B, we already have a damage multiplier, so I always get excited. I'm like, oh, Cricket's Head, and then I already have Magic Mush, and it isn't as helpful as you'd think. Hierophant, also good, but we can't pick up the consumables, so. I don't know what I'm blowing up Tinted Rocks for. I guess I'm hoping to find Small Rock. No, I guess I'm hoping to find a golden chest that just gives me consumables. So we probably wouldn't even take Small Rock at this point. Now, there is a great trinket there. We can't fight Mega Satan. There is no Mega Satan down here. I don't even know if we should bother, like, re-rolling. I also don't know if I'd prefer maybe to have the Holy Mantle trinket to Curved Horn. Like, the Holy Mantle trinket, I think, is amazing. But, admittedly, Endless Nameless, I think, is like... It has a higher upper bound for us. So, Mama Mega, you might be able to make a case for this in terms of, like, the speed at which it would help us get through this run, but... Same with Toothpicks, honestly. So we have Yera, Dagaz, Dagaz. Just stick with Yera, Dagaz, I guess. We're still getting points. As long as we're still getting points, we're gonna be happy about this. It might not look like it, but don't let it fool you. I think, except for the second floor, this is one of the best dailies we've ever played. Like, we have played some of the best that we've ever played on this daily, is what I mean to suggest here. Sure, we got Brimstone. Sure, we missed one guaranteed deal with the devil. Apart from that, we have dialed it in. Like, sincerely dialed it in. I think if we get chests, we should double Yara. Not a red chest, because it's unlikely to give us the consumables we want, but if we get a, if we get any other kind... I mean, I'd rather it be a golden chest, if you're going to force my hand. Okay, this is what we want. I'm going to Yara. And I want mad consumables out of this. We should open these just in case there's another Yara somehow. I guess if there wasn't in the first one, there won't be in any of the other ones. And we got 4 items out of it. There's something hilarious about that, because I actually don't want any items. And we got 4 of them. But we'll re-roll them all, and we're still looking for... I mean, quick bombs might give you 5 bombs. This is the lamest way to get points, but it's basically what we have to do, so I'm going to do it. We might get 5 bombs out of quick bombs, and that could give us another few points. Pheromones. Per throw. I got excited, but then I realized I basically have unlimited rerolls as is. I don't think we should use it there. I mean, we shouldn't use it there. It's just... It's sensible to not. I'm actually thinking we're going to be front page today. And I don't want to toot our own horn, I'm just saying. Fast bombs was like a 100-point gain, so that's cool. None of this matters. None of that matters. We're basically just looking for anything that can give us consumables. This hurts me deep in my soul. Like, I'm re-rolling items that... I don't even want to think about all the items that I've re-rolled there that could save a losing run that I have later. And all I'm going to do is think back to, hey, remember when you re-rolled literally Capricorn, Ipecac, Monstrous Lung, 2020, like all within 10 seconds of one another? Yeah, I do remember that. We're making sacrifices here for a chance at greatness. And we're done with the floor except for one boss fight, so we should go tackle that. And I mean, what do you do with those guys? I think you choose not to play them because you're going to give up consumables to them. Still useless. Still useless. After all these years. So, we're going to go, might as well, again, I mean, we shouldn't spend too much time doing this because we're losing some points, not many, but some. And, I'd rather not. But, grab this. Crack it open. Grab some more consumables. Grab some more consumables. You got the gate. He's dead. We're done. How many points? Flies we can't take. But, Rune, Yara. Per throw. Magic 8-Ball gives us a consumable, but I don't think it's worth it. And we gotta, if we're gonna try to maximize this, it's very simple. You go up here, there's 3 items. You reroll. Nothing there gives us points to the best of my memory. Then this is the end of this daily, one way or the other. We're gonna grab this, and we're gonna see what we can get out of this reroll. Does not give us points. I'm completely okay with it. Which one of these was Delirium, though? That's the real question. I think it's the bottom and then to the right. So, rate today's daily, A+. Great potential for growth. Maybe only because I'm bad, but hey, got the job done, right? That doesn't give us points. I just had to check, you know? Same with that. All right, let's go. Finished 28th. As far as I'm concerned, no complaints there. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.